forever at this point, right?
That means that Joseph Dames has a lot of life ahead of him.
Oh, I hope so. I do about 2 cups. How many do you guys get?
About two.
Two? Yeah, 4 seems a lot.
Four's a bit much.
Yeah, well, maybe I have to start going with 4. Something that's out there this afternoon is smoke, and it's not very good for us here for our air quality. That's something that we are going to be dealing with for the remainder of today. Maybe tonight, closer towards our evening hours, we'll start to kick that out of here. But for now, it is smoky outside. This might be the worst I've seen it in quite some time. 76 degrees in Portland right now. Stoller, you can see that haze in the sky there down towards wine country. And Skamania in the gorge, you can barely see across the river. That's how thick that smoke is right now. 83 degrees for Skamania. Isn't keeping the heat away. We're still going to warm up this afternoon, but will prevent us from getting into the upper 90s like we did yesterday. This is a NASA image, a satellite image from yesterday. This is all the wildfire smoke right here to the southwest that has moved into the Willamette Valley, into parts of the gorge, and we have those wildfires in the Cascades too that are adding some of the smoke into the skyline too, and that's going to remain again for the remainder of today. So the air quality is not very good at all through the Willamette Valley, into the gorge, and into the Cascades. We're either unhealthy for sensitive or just unhealthy in general, and that's where we're going to stay for the remainder of this afternoon. So I went out, I looked at some of the air quality locations. As you could tell, we had some orange and some red there in the Willamette Valley. A little bit better off to the east where it's more moderate, even good for sections near Pendleton, although the air quality just to the north in Washington isn't very good. So it is a little bit better, which is a good sight to see on the east side of the state. But for us right now, it's probably better to try to limit your time outdoors if you can, especially if you're doing any sort of activity. So it's going to remain smoke-filled through the Willamette Valley for today. Better air quality in eastern Oregon, as we just saw, and that will actually be all better by the time we get into tomorrow and Thursday. The northern Oregon coast, although a little cloudy today, it's going to be less smoky than the rest of us. So if you're looking for a place to get out and kind of escape all this, it's going to be the northern Oregon coast. They have the air quality warning through this whole section of Great till 2 p.m. today for areas like Eugene, Bend until 12 o'clock Wednesday. That's because it's going to take a little bit longer to kick that all out, and that's areas just north of the Dalles, probably Skamania Lodge, and stretching into the Tri-Cities there for Washington. So here's what's going on. We have the clouds that roll on in. This is tonight at 10:30. Maybe some drizzle along the coast. I don't see a lot of precipitation. The rest of us pretty dry. Clouds move in all the way through the Willamette Valley come tomorrow morning and into the afternoon, so it's going to be a cloudy start for us here in Portland. And then here comes a chance for a little bit of precipitation late Wednesday and into Wednesday night. Likely going to bring in some light rain for the coast. Not quite sure about Portland yet. I think it's going to be too dry for us to get much precipitation, but maybe a light sprinkle or something like that. East of that, though, come Thursday afternoon, it is dry from Bend to Pendleton. We kick all that cloud coverage out of here by Thursday afternoon into the evening hours, and then we're all looking at sunshine by the time we get into our Thursday. If you have any questions about the air quality or the wildfires, you can find me on social media, or you can throw me an email. I'll have a speedy response for you if you want. 80 degrees for our Wednesday, Thursday at 81, and then it warms right back up for Labor Day weekend, and likely we'll see that smoke back into the forecast Saturday and Sunday. We have a little bit of a break Wednesday and Thursday, which will be very comfortable. We don't have a 7-day stretch of 80s and 90s, but this Labor Day weekend, if you have plans, it's going to get hot outside.
Well, at least during the week, I mean, we get a little bit of a respite.
Yes, and we got about 7 to 8 hours before we start to get rid of this smoke, so we have to deal with it this afternoon.
It's the worst outside.
Not good for a bike ride, not good for
anything.
any of that.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Joseph.
We'll be right back with a look at the stories coming up at 4 o'clock.